Hi guys, welcome back for another one. Today we are playing my game of the year choice, which is weird because it's also in early access, but I've absolutely just loved this game since it's come out, and it is Against the Storm. I have about an hour and 14 minutes worth of playtime on this game already, which is interesting because this is pretty much the only game I play when I'm not doing Transport Fever episodes. That's somewhat true. But I'm really enjoying this game, and I want to share this with you guys as my game of the year choice. So if you're into city builders, especially if you're someone like me, like city builders, like City Skylines, like it's a great game and stuff like that. The one thing that I tend to get bored with is like when you start playing for a long time, lots of money coming in, you're building these big cities, and it's like, it's kind of rinse and repeat. Against the Storm, you have a limited amount of time to build a city before you have to move on to a new one. Like, so you constantly start over, and it's a feature that I really like. So without further ado, let's go ahead and press play here, and I'll explain more when we jump into it. Gonna load up the map. I am gonna play on a very hard difficulty, so hopefully I don't fail for you guys, as this is probably every playthrough is about an hour and a half, so I'll probably break it into 3 parts when it's all said and done. So we are this little place over here. This was my first city on this. So you have a limited amount of time. You see this little bar down here to complete before the entire world gets wiped again by the storm, and you have to start over. Like I said, there's a lot of like mechanics with just starting over, which I really like. Now, I've been playing for quite some time. There is an upgrade tree. You can see I've unlocked a lot of it already. So in this playthrough, if you grab this game for yourself, you're not going to, some of the stuff you may not see for yourself until you go through the unlock tree. So the game, I highly recommend starting on the lowest difficulty and work your way up as the game gets easier and easier for you. Now we have to pick a location to go and settle. And I'm trying to find, I think I'm just going to cut off the blue guy again. Modifier. Ooh, I can't refund. I don't destroy too many stuff, so I think it's fine. I don't think that debuff's going to affect me too much. So, oh, but it's Coral Forest. I don't like the Coral Forest. So there's different biomes, which makes each different biome a little different to play. There's the Royal Woodlands, which is kind of the one, I think, to my opinion, one of the easier ones to play on. Scarlet Orchards, which has its own little feature with like archaeologists and stuff like that. It's a little unique gameplay. The Coral Forest, the Marshlands is another one. That's probably my least favorite, the Marshlands and the Coral Forest. Now there is a 5th one called Cursed Royal Woodlands, and I've been playing this game for about an hour and 14 minutes total playthrough, and I have yet to play a game on Cursed Royal Woodlands. Not that I'm avoiding it. I just, every time I stretch out for stuff, it's just not the map. Just not the map. There's very few of them. I think it'd be fun to play with their debuffs, but that's not what we're here for today. I'm here to showcase the game. So let's go ahead, take this Coral Forest node, and let's jump into it. So when you get here, you'll have a bunch of different options. One, I always like to go to the modifiers and double check what's going on. Oh, first off, Prestige. We're going to play on Prestige 2, so yeah, I am moving up in difficulty. So this game, I think there's like 20 Prestige levels. So it just constantly just keeps getting harder and harder that you can keep going. So I'm on Prestige 2, so first time I'm trying it, so let's see if I have a successful run. With that said, let's see here. We have, so here's some important things. So like trees will give off these resources, which is actually great. There's a lot of different things I can make with these resources. So actually, I should probably give this one a little bit more credit. That's a lot of good resources. And then the natural resources that I can find in nodes and stuff that I can farm are here. And when I was first started playing this game, everything just confused me. What's available, what's not available. So I made myself a little cheat sheet. It's on Excel form as a quick reference guide for myself. So I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So I'll explain that here in a little bit if that situation comes up. But it definitely comes in help having a little cheat sheet in front of me. Just getting an idea of what my rewards are. Fertile soil. Always check this out. I always check this out because I have an option of starting with a small farm. So average amount or above is usually a pretty good idea that I want to grab the small farm to start. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's just something I like to do. And then you have your different caravans you can send out. There are 4 different group types right now. There are human, lizards, beavers, and harpies, which you don't see on the screen right now. I do know there's a plan to add a 5th species to the game. Can't wait for that. Obviously my favorite choice right now is going to be the beavers. Beavers are the best for like wood production, and That's like one of the most critical resources in the game is wood production. And the reason why I'm going with this is like when I look at the resources all the other ones give me, it doesn't give me people. So I get 9 plus 2, which means I start with 11 villagers, which is awesome. So I'm going to pick the beavers. So that's actually a really, really good start. Then I get embarkation bonuses. I get a total of 8 points to spend. Like I said, when you start out, you won't have this much. So, take what you're seeing here with a grain of salt. So I think I'm going to go... small farm. I always just like small farm. Because that's like food production's another one that will just kill your run. As there is something called that's not reputation, that's the queen thing. Resolve. I think it's resolve. That if you run low on food, it's not great at all. All right, we're gonna take some of this lumber. Have a reason why I like to take that. And just some ones. Let's go ahead and grab some roots. All right, we gotta name our settlement. Let's name this the Reach. In case you guys can't tell by my first city's name, yes, I'm a Game of Thrones fan. So let's go ahead and embark. Grab my coffee. I'm gonna try to do this with no edits. Just because I'm already going to chalk this up to like 2 or 3 episodes. So now we load in here, you get a list of all your additional effects. Okay, that's just one. Let's see. All right, so it's letting me know that Blight Root's a little bit stronger than what it used to be. That's nice. Buildings will be refunded. So I have one positive effect, and this happens during the drizzle season. So the game, so each cycle of a year is in the drizzle season, clearance season, and the storm season. Bad stuff happens in the storm season, just FYI. So in the drizzle season, we get seemingly ideal condition, gain 5 amber every drizzle season, plus an additional 5 amber for each hostility level reached. Oh wow, that's a really good one. That is actually a really, really good one. I don't know if I've ever had that one before. Interesting. All right, this is the one you can't avoid. This one's going to happen. -4 global resolve every time I hit the storm season. Resolve is these little green numbers in green. You guys probably can't see them that well right now because they're shaded out, but it is important to keep them above 0. Hostility 1. This is simple. I don't really need to read it. I just need to see. I need to meet the needs of housing for each of my person, which is like the easiest thing in the game to do. So I can counteract that one, so I don't have to really worry about that. So I'm not even going to read it. This one, we got, great. Living matter is going to spawn on my crops, so I'll need to make sure I have some extra people when we hit level 2 and I have farms going that they can deal with that. 4, housing and services. Services is one of the ones that I find the most difficult to hit. You don't really need to hit all this stuff to win the game, which I'll get into. But service is usually the difficult one to pull off. But I should probably try to find services if I can. Another one, services and complex food. So that's just like the double whammy. All right, so I'm going to try to hit these needs. I don't have to deal with these effects. But yeah, it's not going to be fun. And I'm also going to try to do what I can to not hit level 4. Right now we're on level 0. So they have different multipliers that go into like your hostility level. And that gives you the corresponding storm events. All right, so let's just zoom out real quick, take a quick look around, which way I want to build. Looks like I can build any way I want. I have a certain format for building my like developments out. I don't know what to call it. It's not really a city. So without further ado, I always go with 2 woodcutter camps. Yeah, let's go this direction. All right, and then once I do that, press on pause. We're going to build some paths. Your people move faster on paths, so they're a nice feature to have out to get them to move around. Like I said, I have a certain way I like to do things, and I'm just gonna, keep doing them that way. This game just had an update yesterday, which I have not played in, so I'm hoping none of the update stuff really surprised me, mechanic-wise. So we got these done. It's going to put beavers in them. And the reason why I said you like beavers, so here are your specialization bonuses. So beavers obviously have one here, and you can see if I mouse over them, you see this worker has a 10% chance of yielding or having double yields, which is super important because one of the most important resources in this game is wood. And If you run out of it, chances are you're going to lose, and you're going to lose in a hurry. I never ran out of wood. I've come dangerously close, but you know, usually I just plop down more woodcutter camps if I can. But I always try to be in a situation where I only need 2 the entire game, and I'm fine. Because another resource you're going to run into problem is not having enough workers. All right, so we got to pick a cornerstone. Normally you get to pick these at the end of every storm. So you just want to take ones that definitely help you out. Gain 1 new villager at the end every time you discover a glade is nice, except when you get in the late game and then you have too many people, and you know, and that sometimes attributes to resolve nosediving. I don't really care about this. Don't really care about this. I think this one's going to be an easy one. This is going to help me with food and some other products like making jerky, skewers, stuff like that. It's just getting passive insects all the time. So we're going to pick that one. I said, and food's another one that will cause you to lose the game pretty quick. All right, got everything built. The paths are going. So let's go ahead and now make the resources I need for... Oh, interesting. Oh, I can't make harvester camp. Did they get rid of a building? Like I said, there was an update yesterday and I seen the thing they added was small camps. So you used to be able to collect eggs with a scavenger camp, but I'm not seeing a scavenger camp. Oh, they got rid of the scavenger camp. No. All right, we're going to use one of these ones that I will not get my resources back on. Well, that sucks. That sucks really bad. All right, I'm not placing any people yet because I want to get all my buildings down. We're gonna make a crude workstation. And you can only have up to 3 species types per city, so I don't know what my third one is yet, but I'll find out here a little bit later. So the next thing we get to pick here is orders by the queen. So if you complete these, you get special rewards. So let's go ahead and press a pick here. So one thing you won't see if you start playing this game from the start is you won't get these timed ones. You have to unlock it. I rarely do the time ones because they tend to not work out in my favor. So I have 1 more beaver resolve. I need to keep it above 18 for 30 seconds. I get 2 additional beavers will join, and these kind of stuff not really that great. 2 dangerous forbidden glade events. Let's see, copper ore. We were playing in the coral forest. I do not get copper ore in this forest, so you know this one would be my better option. I don't, the +1 will just go to waste because I have no way of getting copper ore on this. That's why I have my cheat sheet on this map. So this is kind of a lose-lose situation for me. So I'm just gonna take the beaver resolve. It really is a lose-lose situation. Let's see here. We can get these. You can find these in dangerous and forbidden glades. So there's a chance I could get that. The rewards. Oh, man, these rewards suck. There's no way I'm getting 12 tools in 8 minutes. I'm just, this would be fantastic, absolutely game-breaking, fantastic if I could do this. But there's no way I'm getting 12 tools in 8 minutes. And these you have to accept right away. So I can't, like, right now if I go back to the game, it's paused. If I try to resume it, I'm gonna get a message telling me if I unpause, I'm gonna lose the time mission. So you can't really untime once you go here. Like I said, there's no way to make 12 tools. It's just absolutely no way. So I think this one just sucks all over. I'm gonna go here though for more goods parts because these small camps are definitely gonna break me. It gives me some tools, gives me a little bit of head start. I'm gonna make a trading post, and I should have 10 amber pretty easily with my passive, with the passive ability I have with generating amber at the every drizzle season. I should have 10 amber already. Farms, hopefully I can find a farm, but I think what I'm going to go here is, like, I'd really love to do this, but depending when I find farm fields, it may be something that will be like really hard for me to hit. So this one's pretty simple. It's something I'm going to do anyways, and I'm going to get +2 flour, which is going to be super important, which is kind of also like saving my wheat or grain, whatever they call it here, grain, for me. So I'm going to go here, get some extra people when I build it. And plus this right here, this is the reputation gain. Another thing we haven't talked about yet. So down here on these bars, this is the queen's patient level. If this maxes out, I lose. I pretty much done with this city. Got to move on to the next one. This one here is our reputation. We need to max it out to win. Each of these little blue dots represents unlocking a blueprint. Right now I have 3 blueprints to draw from. I'll draw from them a little bit later. These red dots, Forsaken Altar activation. So one of the things that here we have a Forsaken Altar here. It's expensive to build. Looks kind of expensive to build. My one playthrough of Prestige level 1 that I cleared, I did not build it at all, so I don't know how important it is. Didn't use it. We'll see what happens in this playthrough. All right, let's go back and let him play again. So we're building this stuff so that way we can collect things. We do have 4 workers left over. I'm just getting everything here built. I'm not sure if moving this stuff helps me, hurts me, or whatever, but I move these woodcutters constantly, just so they're closer to what I need them to do. All right, so we have everything built that we need to use for right now. Oh, one thing I like to do is put decorations down. I'm going to explain why here in a second. So the other thing is that your ancient hearth has upgrade levels. Another thing that you have to unlock in your upgrade tree. But the first level, does it tell me what it does? No. All right, once we unlock it, I'll show you what it does, but I just need 4 decorations down, and then we need some houses, which we'll put down here shortly. All right, so let's go ahead and get this stuff going. So we're going to need all these resources here are going to be extremely important. I'm making it very limited because right now it's using a lot of resources to make this stuff, and eventually you'll get some buildings that will cut down on the amount of resources to make things, which, you know, makes everything go, you know, stretch further. All right, so let's put somebody on this. All right, I don't think I really need to build too much more, so I'm just going to do 1s and 1s. This stuff right here is reeds. They should help me make cloth. Eggs is just food. They can be used for other products then, but we have to unlock them. I do have something unlocked that you guys won't have in the early game, is field kitchen. I do not want to build it. I built it once and I was like, it's completely a waste of resources. It just makes you run out of food even faster. The other thing I'm going to do is I want to sweat these guys on only marked tree. Let's see, avoid glades except marked. That's what I really like to have on. Oh, it no longer gives you the option to set them all to that. All right, no problem. So that way they won't open a glade. I like to open glades during the drizzle season, because especially the forbidden or dangerous ones, because it gives me 2 seasons to clear the events before the storm hits, because when the storm hits, everyone's resolve is going to drop. So I definitely want to, all right, let's get some housing up before that time happens. So the reason why I like to take lumber in my starting embarkation is just because I can fit more people. The shelter, which is the building you start with, can only house 3. The big shelter, which only takes up like 2 more spaces than a shelter that takes up 4, that can house 6. So it doubles my capacity, but doesn't double the amount of space used. You do not start with a big shelter. It's another thing you have to unlock in your upgrade tree. But it's one of my favorite things is to build right away. I don't like building the standard shelters. And the other thing I like to do is say I have a method to how I like to build my setup and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some decorations down. Actually, let me save off the decorations so I can explain this to you real quick before I do it. But like I said, I have a certain method, and I'm gonna have to have a lot of restraint to not just like build my certain way, as I usually tend to do. Let me see, one. So we are build a road here. All right, so I have enough space here, so let's go ahead and move you guys on the other side. Oh. All right. These are not going to go super fast because I only have one builder, because I put everyone else on jobs. I could take them off jobs. Like, I don't think, yeah, I have plenty of food, so I could take them off eggs. But you know, you never know. It might come in handy. All right, so you can see our homeless numbers here. We still have 5 homeless beavers. So that does really help. So having them get shelter. So you can see, if you pop this menu right here, you can see the resolve bonuses and stuff like that. -2. Well, that just sucks. But anyways, yeah, you can see all the different bonuses and stuff that we have here. And all the things that that each species requires to help boost their resolve. But you can see the very first one is just shelter, and that's what we're trying to hit. It's a +3 for humans. It's +3 for everybody. No, it's only +1 for beavers. Well, that kind of sucks. Humans is my favorite species because they're the ones that will tend to not the resolve is, they tend to stay above the resolve level. Lizards and harpies are like the hardest to keep the resolve from hitting below 0. Here's an example. This one's not a bad glade, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop it. So we're going to go ahead and mark it because that's how I have my woodcutter set up. You guys are moving pretty fast. I'm actually pretty impressed. Yeah, nothing bad will happen me popping that one open. So we pop open. They all usually have extra resources in them. You can see what's in here. All right, so I'm gonna start. I gotta make room now for. All right, this is gonna be my best option. All right, so I want to start making room for a trading post and what is the other one called? Actually, let me switch your orientation. And a blight post. Anyway, I need both of those. They're both extremely important to have. So we need to get them in there. The other thing I need to look at making possibly is a rain collector. I probably don't need a rain collector. I'm just going to put one down anyways to cover my bases. So the other thing that's going to go on here is, so the hearth now, come on, clear everything. Thank you. Now has encampment level upgrade, and this gives me a +2 global resolve. And also it raises the resistance to corruption, which is a thing that's going to go on. I'm probably not going to get into the corruption thing so far because on easier difficulties it doesn't exist at all, which is probably how you guys will start out learning the game if you decide to pick it up for yourself. The other thing I realized is that my camera, where I am on the screen, is actually in a good spot, so that's a good thing. But anyways, so the next upgrade level is I need to hit these numbers, which should be they'll be pretty easy. It's always a pretty easy one to hit. It's the last level that's always the hardest to hit. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna start setting ourselves up for the next level. And let's just go ahead and get houses down. And we're not gonna have enough resources for that one. Let's go ahead and get him there. We got to, I know it's not important though. All right, yeah, we're just trying to clear our area here because the next episode. So next up on my plan is get the trading post, the blight post down. Just both very important. Now, some people I've seen play this game where they I don't know, they mess with the blight stuff and try to get extra production. Not me, not to me. I will not. Yeah, it's not in the cards for myself. Because I will screw something up. All right, so we're at. I'm gonna press pause here real quick. So we just finished the storm season, so now we're in the clearance season. Wow, we're up to hostility level 2. Man, this prestige level doesn't mess around. So with each clearance thing, we get we get a cornerstone and we get more villagers coming in. The first thing I like to do is always do the cornerstone because some of the rewards are based on villagers coming in. So I like to do this one first. All houses have one more room for villager, which actually can be a very important thing because a lot of times I'll get very compact. Oh, they changed rich glades. +5 for small deposits, +20 for large deposits. Yeah, they changed that one. They usually just be a straight +10 for everything. I do not like any of these. Crowded houses is not terrible, but I feel like I can manage my people okay in this scenario. So let's go ahead and re-roll. Shoot. I just want to see. So if I click on here, I can see my fuel stuff. So the problem is that I think I actually want to do this. +1 wood production, but lose all. But I'm going to lose my coal. Yeah, I have 14 tools. I'm going to be ticked if I already had 12 tools when I got that objective and I disregarded it like I didn't have tools. I don't know where the tools came from. It had been my embarkation bonus. That's gonna suck. When I edit this back and I see I already had the 12 tools when I rejected it, I'm gonna be mad. Normally you don't have the stuff already. All right, so I'm gonna pick this. I'll lose all my coal, which is okay. But I should be able to gain, and you see low on fuel, but I should be able to gain a monstrous amount of wood back pretty quickly. So now villagers, you can see each caravan comes with its set. So harpies are my other species. Lovely. These are the rewards that come with it. I'm gonna pick these guys just because I'm not ready for harpies yet. At a certain point I'm gonna have to pick them, but I'm just not there yet. All right, so okay, good. That's being built. I like to let my new people build things before I give them jobs. All right, so we have enough space here now. And just see where I want to build next. Start making room for it. Actually, yeah, I'll let you guys do that. I'm gonna pop those 2 glades then, but they're not dangerous or anything like that, so I can leave them be. I knew we were gonna be short on lumber planks. Ooh, there's nothing to be delivered. Oh, it's because we ran out of wood. Yep, that'd be on me. That would be on me. All right. So a lot of times, like I said, it's a lot of like going back, checking everything, make sure it's going good. I'm gonna pop these blueprints here at some point. I always just like to make sure I have a stable foundation before I touch them. So this is going to be my little, so after that I have these 4 built, then I'm going to start building specialty houses for each species. But I like to have these as a backup because sometimes population can really just start booming on me. And this is like, these 4 here are my safety net to make sure that I never have anyone that are homeless, right? We don't need that minus resolve at any point, and the hostility level is growing so fast that I don't think I'm gonna be able to avoid level 4. All right, we have orders that have come in. Let's go and pick some new ones. Humans, we need 8 humans and 28 resolve. You're gonna give me a free brick oven. Ooh. Woodcutter's faster. I already got a buff with the wood, so I think I'm gonna take this. I know I'll hit that. Humans are like the easiest ones to, are usually the easiest ones to hit on. Egg production, if I get 50 jerky. Sure, why not? So we're gonna see, yeah, you guys are gonna see blueprints here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and speed things up because there's not a whole lot going on. I'm just waiting for them to clear more space, which I think we have. All right, so let's put the first one down. Light post. Yeah, we have enough for both. All right, so let's move you. Let's get you to crack open this glade. All right, housing situation conquered. How's our? All right, so we're able to do an upgrade. So let's go ahead and get the upgrade. I think the second upgrade boosts our production level, which is awesome. Oh, I'm gonna need harpies for this one. All right, this one I'm gonna instantly get ready to go. I usually like to set limits for everything because other than that they'll develop infinity, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna turn on that in case I get that, and yeah, that's fine. All right, that one's gonna pop open here. All right, they'll pop that one open next. So probably start looking into our next season of popping open our next year, popping up our first dangerous glade and try to conquer that. We can't make anything else. That's not like what I like to see. Trading posts. All right, so I'm at the point where I think I can go ahead and ooh, more people. We'll go ahead and take advantage of our, actually let's take advantage of the roots. Go get me more people. Actually, hold on. Only one of you go get me more people. Someone else finish building this. All right, so as soon as we get the trading post where we can settle that, we can go ahead and get that order complete, which is going to start giving us some production here on a reputation. So the other way to get a reputation going, because you're not going to get enough tasks, because there's not enough tasks here to complete this. So how you complete this is getting the resolve high, and how you get the resolve high is meeting the needs of each species. So it's gonna be very important that we do that. I figured we get a trader right away with my 25 gold. I can only spend like 15 of it.